So, welcome back to Colorado Homestead. Today I'm just reviewing this Groundhog. It's a plow basically that's designed to be attached behind an ATV. In my case, it'll be my side-by-side, my UTV. This is the box it came in. So this is the box. It is the Groundhog Max plow. The plow itself, the attachment piece, the T-bar, that I call it that. The plow itself is all metal, fairly durable. It's metal, it's sturdy, but it's not crazy heavy. I can lift it with one arm, no problem. So I'm guessing about 25 pounds or so, 20 pounds. And then this piece goes on here like that. And that gets locked in. And then this gets locked in to the hitch. The interesting thing about this is you have to raise the side-by-side up, or ATV, about 4 inches. So I have these blocks right here. And I'm gonna bring those out to the field and back up onto them and use them to raise up the side-by-side, and then you attach it and then ride off the blocks, plow with it, and then ride back on and then take it off. So let's see how it goes. All right, so let's load this thing up. All right. These two pieces, this is needed, and this is needed. Okay. And I was talking to the developer. He said this bolt you got to tighten down, but if you keep it square, it'll give you a little more room to run this where it's not, it can go a little tighter, I guess. So let me tighten that down before I get started. Alrighty, so here we are. I'm gonna back it up. I have it on this incline here. There's this bit of a ditch. So ideally, I'm gonna be able to put the plow directly on with minimal elevation. But we'll see how it works. High enough up to easily mount it. And it seems to go pretty well. All right. Now I have it in 4-wheel drive. We'll see how it goes. I just got off of the 4x4s and it tore up the ground a little bit. I'm going to ride around and see how it goes. The passes that I've done, it actually has done a very good job. I'm very impressed with it. One thing I might give a call to the developer about is there's a lot of clay in this Colorado soil, and it really has gotten very caked on here. It does still seem to be grinding, so I'm going to just keep doing it the way it is and see how it goes. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with it. So the cake doesn't seem to make that much of a difference. Here's what I came through, and this is just one pass. So overall, I'm kind of amazed by it. It seems to really do a good job. And I'm going to do probably 2 passes, and I'll take a break. Now this is at real time. They want to keep it around 5 miles per hour. I was trying to say between 5 and 7 miles per hour. It wasn't 4-wheel drive. I'm not sure how much torque that would cause on the machine. And here I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So it was working very well. I always felt like the faster I went, the better it went. But again, I keep at the same speed. I just sped up the video to encapsulate it. Just riding around. At some point though, I did stop because the clay had gotten so jammed into the bigger wheels that it really wasn't digging as well, and I could tell by the furrows it was making. And here I actually pull off kind of like a pit stop, hose this down and pick it out just to get all the clay out of there. So as you can see, it's all caked up. I did try hosing it, Didn't seem to get much done. Try and just use this hoe to get most of the junk out. I did wait till after a big rain. And Colorado here, we are known for our clay soil. My guess that's part of what's going on here. That is a heck of a rock. So after a lot of picking and spraying, I was able to clear out the clay and just went back to riding around on the side-by-side. The nice thing is it's a nice way to plow with this thing. I mean, it's not going to work as well as a tractor, I'm assuming. I mean, I've never used a tractor for this kind of thing. But if you have a side-by-side or, you know, an ATV, this is a nice option where you can plow your own property and make your garden this way. And as you can see, I was kicking up the dirt pretty well. I was talking to the fellow who invented it, and I guess there is an adjustment you can do, and I might do that for these so it doesn't get clogged as easily. And here, the other thing I noticed too is riding around when I was doing harder turns, it seemed to work actually better. And I did this one in slow-mo. You can see the amount of dirt it's kicking up, how it's just grinding through stuff. And I was favorably impressed by it. I mean, I didn't expect it to work as well as it did or do the kind of tilling it does. So generally just riding around my side-by-side, which is actually fairly pleasant. It has a good suspension. I have a roof on mine. So it's a fairly nice way to drive around and do stuff. Well, this time it didn't seem to get gummed up as much. It's fairly clear. I could probably even put it down a level. Put it down a level and it would dig even deeper. Well, this was a little unexpected. I made a hard turn and I noticed that this was sitting on the ground. So the hitch looks okay. Inspecting it, I'm guessing just this attachment to the back fell off. So after the thing fell off the back, I did find a pin. And it seems to be in good shape. So my guess is the cotter pin came out. Now I'm trying to get the clay off of this. So my best guess is that the vibrations and the running of the motor and just riding around the field jarred the pin slowly out, and that's why it fell off. But it should be relatively easily correctable. I'm assuming the cotter pins were busted off or something. So I left a lot of the video in of the cleaning of the thing because I wanted to make sure you saw the negative sides. Even though I was very impressed with it, I thought the plow worked really well. I really liked it. You know, nothing's perfect. And like I said, if there is an adjustment to this one clog, I'll probably do it next time. Although here in Colorado, we're high plains desert. So generally the ground is more dry than this kind of moisture. We just happened to have a lot of rain. I went out and did it this day. So generally the this kind of clawiness, it was not going to be a problem. It's going to be more dusty. But there it is, one pass. Didn't take very long. I'm going to guesstimate an hour or so. It's a small plot for a little garden, but I'm very impressed with it. So anyway, if you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time here on the Colorado homestead. And here's how it looked after it was done. Like I said, it took about a little over an hour. Not a bad ride. The picking out of all the mud took a little more time. So thanks again for watching.